Kindie Rock Stars. Prepare for a treat, let's meet and greet some bands and singers that are super sweet, making music that's fun for boys and girls. Help them learn about this great big world. Fun for the family, yes it's true, your kids will love it and you will too. Clap and dance and sing aloud, become a part of the Kindie crowd. These songs will make you move your feet and give your ears a great big treat. So settle in, grab your guitars, and let's get to know our Kindie Rock Stars. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live performance episode. Joining us from the beautiful province of British Columbia, Canada, we've got Will from Will's JAMS. Will, welcome to the show.
It's great to be here, Patrick. Thanks for having me.
All right. Tell everyone a little bit about yourself, how you got into Kindie music.
Sure. So I started doing music for kids when I was a teacher. I used to be an elementary school music teacher. I taught at a French immersion school here in Vancouver. So that means I did a lot of my teaching in French. So I was creating songs in French for my students, and that's still a big part of what I do, although I do a lot of music in English as well. And then I ended up taking like a 1 year leave of absence from teaching just to kind of give it a shot and see how it would go. And I think that was about 12 or 13 years ago now. So haven't looked back, and we've had a lot of really neat opportunities. I had a series with CBC Kids, so that CBC is like our national broadcaster here. I had a music video that would air every day for about 6 or 7 years, which was pretty amazing. And yeah, generally speaking, in non-COVID times, I spend most of my time performing, touring, mostly across Canada. But I've done 4 tours in China in recent years too, obviously pre-COVID as well. Yeah.
Very cool. So you talk a little bit about those China performances. You're one of the first that I've heard that went over there and performed.
Sure. Well, it came about. I made friends with some folks that were living here. It was a family, and the father was doing his PhD at a local university, and they had a couple young kids. And they happened to come to one of my performances, actually at a festival I'll be playing here again in about a month. It's called Festival du Bois. And anyway, his kids ended up becoming huge fans. And at the time, they could see me on television as well, on CBC. And they started kind of coming to all of my shows. And eventually, he would come backstage afterwards and say, Will, I really want to bring you to China. I think people will love you there. Your songs will be really popular. And at the time, I kind of thought, oh yeah, sure. Yeah, like I'd love to go to China. Yeah, that's totally gonna happen. And sure enough, eventually he moved back. And right before they moved back to China, we had a meeting. And he said, look, I've met some people in China. They can help us organize a tour. Within a year, I was over there on my first tour with my band, and we had, I guess, 4 tours in the years sort of just leading up to COVID. And my last trip, actually, I got home January 10th, 2 years ago. So just as COVID was just like we hadn't even really heard about it. And I got home within that week. It was all, the stories in Wuhan and everything was just going crazy. The world was changing, right? So
yeah, and the audiences over there, did they absolutely dig it?
oh yeah, it's amazing. I feel like the shows, the kids, they wouldn't necessarily always understand what I was singing about. I did have sort of a multimedia element so that there was more for them to follow along with visually, but yeah, it's just like the sense of I don't know. It's kind of like a release or like this energy that's bottled up. And seriously, like, I feel like the people in the theaters wouldn't know wouldn't know what to do with it a lot of the time, or like they try and get people back in their seats and keep everything kind of under control. And I was, amping everyone up and getting everyone dancing. So amazing audiences, really, really fun over there. And I hope to get a chance to go back. Who knows? We'll see what happens in the coming years. So
yeah, that is so cool. So all of the songs that you do in French, do they have an English counterpart, or do you keep like the subject matters separate?
A lot of them have English and French versions. I released a few albums like that, where I released an English album and then rewrote the songs and released them in French. Recently, I've been more writing specifically in French for those French songs. I find that sometimes translation doesn't work out as well, so it's nice to have just original songs. And I do have a collaborator that works with me. I'm actually just starting to work with another collaborator with a lot of French music, and I have a pretty big project coming up for, I guess we're hoping to release it next fall. We're heading into the studio to record it next month. Oh no, this month. It's March. This month.
Later
this
March.
month. Yeah.
That's amazing.
How did that happen?
All right. Well, Will's Jams is here to do a couple live songs for us. So, Will, the floor is yours.
All right, I'll take it away. So I thought I would do one of my songs, a popular song from my last album before COVID hit, and the album was called Rocks and Roots. And this is a song about my favorite snack. It's a song about guacamole. And the great thing about this song is you can all learn my recipe in the song. There's 5 steps. They go like this. Step 1, mash the avocado. Step 2, chop the cilantro. Now, cilantro is an optional ingredient, but I like it, so it's in the song. Step 3, squeeze some lime. Step 4, salt and pepper time. Step 5, mix it up. Rock and rolly guacamole, that's what's up. And you can point up in the air like that. If you want to try the actions, if you're following along, you're welcome to. This song's called Rock and Rolly Guacamole. Here we go. Holy moly, roly poly, rock and rolly guacamole. Eat it with my tacos, eat it with my chips. Love it with my nachos, favorite of the dips. Well, it's nice and green, you know what I mean. I eat it all the time, but now with ravioli. Holy moly, roly poly, rock and rolly guacamole. Step 1, mash the avocado. Step 2, chop the cilantro. Step 3, squeeze some lime. Step 4, salt and pepper time. Step 5, mix it up. Rock and rolly guacamole, that's what's up. Let's go! Holy moly, roly poly, rock and rolly guacamole. Eat it with my tacos, eat it with my chips. Love it with my nachos, favorite of the dips. Well, it's nice and green, you know what I mean. I eat it all the time, but now with ravioli. Holy moly, roly poly, rock and rolly guacamole. Step 1, mash the avocado. Step 2, chop the cilantro. Step 3, squeeze some lime. Step 4, salt and pepper time. Step 5, mix it up. Rock and rolly guacamole, that's what's up. Come on! Holy moly, roly poly, rock and rolly guacamole. Holy moly, roly poly, rock and rolly guacamole. Holy moly, roly poly, rock and rolly guacamole. Yeah. All right, so that was rock and rolly guacamole. I'm going to continue now with one of my brand new songs, and this is actually the title track from my new album. The new album is called Big Shiny Spoons, and the title track, it's called Big Shiny Spoons. It's kind of a spoof on the Big Shiny Tunes albums that came out when I was younger, and they were these compilation albums in Canada. I don't know if they were outside of Canada or not. But that's where I got the inspiration. And Big Shiny Spoons is a song all about setting the table. And in this song, I like to inspire kids to help out and to learn how to set the table. So there are actions in this song as well. We're going to start with 4 fingers on our left hand. This is our fork. So the fork on the left, and then in your other hand, grab your knife and spoon on the right. So fork on the left, knife and spoon on the right, napkin under the fork. Take pride in my job every night. A plate in the middle, and a glass of water too. I'm the best table setter-upper every night when I have supper with you. All right? So if you'd like to try those actions, you can try them as well. This song is called Big Shiny Spoons. Here we go. After school I have time to play. That's when my dad's working in the kitchen. When I hear him call me, I know what he'll say. It's almost dinner time, time for me to pitch in. Get out those big shiny spoons, the forks and the knives. We're going to eat together, something we've done all our lives. Get out the napkins and the plates and the cutlery. Places for my parents, a place for you and a place for me. Alright, here we go, the actions. Fork on the left. The fork on the left, knife and spoon on the right. Napkin under the fork, take pride in my job every night. Plate in the middle, and a glass of water too. My best table setter-upper every night when I have supper with you. Sunday, my grandparents come to eat. Mom says put some glasses out for wine. Use our fancy dishes and candles, what a treat. Nana is impressed, and Grandpa says that's mighty fine. Get out those big shiny spoons, forks and the knives. We're going to eat together, something we've done all our lives. Get out the napkins and the plates and the cutlery. Places for my parents, a place for you and a place for me. Alright, let's try the actions one more time. Here we go. The fork on the left, knife and spoon on the right. Napkin under the fork, take pride in my job every night. Plate in the middle, and a glass of water too. The best table setter-upper every night when I have supper with you. Get out those big shiny spoons, the forks and the knives. We're going to eat together, something we've done all our lives. Get out the napkins and the plates and the cutlery. Places for my parents, a place for you and a place for me. Oh, thanks so much. Thanks, Patrick.
One question kind of came to my head. Is there a French version of Rock and Rolly Guacamole?
Oh, you know what? There isn't. No, there isn't a French version of that one. That would be, yeah, that would be tough to pull off, I think. Because then you'd be kind of looking for Spanish and French rhymes together. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look into it. You've inspired me.
Excellent. I would love to hear that one. All right. Well, tell everybody out there where they can stream and download your music and where they can find you on social media.
Okay, great. My social media, you can find me on all the social platforms at Will's Jams Music. So that's at Will's Jams Music. You can find me on my website, which is willsjams.com. And otherwise, you can stream my music everywhere. It's available on all streaming platforms. You just search for Will's Jams and you'll find it.
Excellent. Well, Will, thank you so much for being on the show. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you, Patrick. I really appreciate the invite. It's been great.
You got it. All right. Take care.
Yep. See you. Bye-bye.